Hey guys, it's Jessica here. I've been working on my big Twigling girls this last weekend. And so I thought I'd make a little video kind of talking about it a little bit. I've just felt very, very inspired since my Nkiru, my Lilac Nkiru, arrived to work on the bigger girls again. I have to admit that I really haven't done much with my bigger dolls the last year. I've been very into my smaller dolls, my mini Kindred. But yeah, Lilac Nkiru arrived, and I really wanted to work on clothes. So doll nudity, lots of naked dollies, because I was finally getting around to swapping out their parts and sueding girls that hadn't been sueded yet. And I also realized I had examples of all of the bust sizes, and so kind of wanted to briefly show those. None of the girls I have here have the long waist. I should have grabbed a long-waisted girl. But I do have mostly short leg girls, a few of the 3 long leg girls, it looks like. Some of the things I had done is I had switched out, here we go, I can't see. I had opened up these hip pieces, waist pieces. When was that? Quite a while ago now. I think they came with my last Khalo. No, my last Oryx. My Oryx. What am I talking about? I had it's a really dark. It's not dark umber, but it's the shade below that. But anyways, these parts had arrived, and I had never switched these girls out because she still had her original, let's see, it's back here. Because this girl I bought secondhand, and she came with a short waist. This Gamine here came with a long waist, and I wanted the short waist for her. And see, this is the long waist. And I knew that the gray resins were not going to be the same, because I'm pretty sure this girl was one of the last round that Khalo casting did before switching to doll casting service. And I knew that the grays were not going to be the same. I was okay with it. It was worth it to me to have the short waist for her. And and this Elbe had come with the long waist as well, and I knew it wouldn't be a perfect match, but again, it was worth it to me. And so I finally sueded those hips because I still hadn't done that. And this is what the sueding looks like. I have a little bit of this thick gray leather, which is good for hips, and I have some thicker turquoise teal colored that I'm using on the fantasy girls to do their hips. But so bust sizes, I actually have these two mixed up. But this would be considered the A cup, or the smallest. And then this Gamine has the B cup, which would be, I don't know how she calls them, but basically she has them broken down into A cup, B cup, C cup, and then you kind of jump up to the bigger bust. It is a bit of a jump from the C to the D. I could see wanting something a little more in between. Like I had to look at these two real close. It seems more obvious now looking at them on the screen, but I had to put them side by side and look to see that, yeah, this was a B bust. I don't know if I have any other B bust girls. Typically when I order them, I either do the C bust or I do the big bust. and I haven't really ordered the other sizes. I've only gotten them when they came on girls that I got secondhand. This girl I'm really inspired to work on. I want to make her her own outfit now. I finished the video I just showed. The last one I had finished her outfit, and I haven't taken some good pictures of this yet, but I was working on a bustier for the large bust. And so, yeah, I'm really enjoying sewing for these gals. And I was really excited to just work on them and do the sueding. And I told myself to wait because I have more parts coming in. Wait for those parts to come in to do all the sueding. But the way I looked at it was I was inspired to do it. So if you're inspired, then do it. Because just because the parts come later doesn't mean, like I said, it took me a year to be inspired to work on these. And that's okay. That's kind of how I am in this hobby. I know I'll come around eventually and be inspired again to do something. I just realized as I pulled this girl out and was switching her hip piece out again that I never did get the extra pair of hands that I'd ordered. I ordered 2 and I got 1, and I went to go, I thought for sure I'd gotten them. I actually went through the box opening videos to go double check in the emails, and yeah, it was all during pandemic stuff, so I just need to remind her again. I forgot as well. But what I have coming in parts wise is I'm going to swap out 2 long-legged girls and give them short legs. And so my mint Oryx, I love her. Going to switch out her long legs to short. And then my turquoise Gamine, she's going to get the short legs too. I definitely like the short girls as far as handling them, and I think that goes back to just liking smaller dolls. Aesthetic wise, like seeing a doll in photos and that sort of thing, I love how elegant the long-legged girls look, but they're big and heavy dolls, and I just tend to play with them more and do things with them more when they are shorter. So I like to be sueded and tightly strung, and then the short legs, and then they're sturdy little dolls that are fun to handle and play with. The big dolls are just more work. Like you got to use 2 hands, and yeah, I just feel like they're a little more cumbersome. And again, that's just going back to my bias of liking the smaller dolls again. But yeah, I just wanted to, and I think I have one of every, so I don't have an Eloy. But I have all of the girls. Got an Oryx, an Elbe, Nkiru, 3 Gamines, an Ingenue, and my only Khalo. Somebody was asking me if I was going to get a Khalo and a fantasy resin, and yes, eventually I will want to do that. The next on my list, though, is the revamp of Ingenue that was done. I most definitely want to order her in either this mint or the turquoise. I'm leaning more towards the mint. I really, really like the mint shade. This resin color is not available anymore, unfortunately. It was only that one layaway, the long layaway in 2015. Those it was like a year and a half long layaway, and it was a kind of a one-time deal with a resin caster in Spain. Lots of things that weren't good about those dolls, but I just wish I would have ordered a ingenue in this color. If I could have an ingenue in this teal color from that 2015, yeah, that's my, as far as these dolls go right now, that's what I would consider to be my grail that I want next. But yeah, just kind of chilling out, playing with dolls, and having a good time. Take care, guys.